Right now, somewhere in America, a family is sitting at their kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills they can't pay. And about 14 miles away, in the same city, someone just bought their third rental property and is booking a flight to Portugal. Same country, same economy, completely different lives. So what actually changes at every wealth level in America? And more importantly, where are you right now? And what does it actually take to move up? Let's start at the bottom, because if we're being honest, this is where more Americans are than most people want to admit. If your net worth is $0 or below, you're not alone. About 10% of American households, roughly 13 million of them, have a negative net worth. That means they owe more than they own. We're talking about credit card balances averaging over $6,700 per person. Student loans, car notes, medical bills, all stacked on top of each other. At this level, life is survival mode. You're not thinking about investing. You're thinking about which bill to pay first. You might be choosing between groceries and gas. And the stress is constant. It follows you to bed. It wakes you up at 3 a.m. About 24% of all U.S. households are living paycheck to paycheck right now. And for lower-income families, that number is even worse. Now, here's what most people don't realize. This level isn't just about bad decisions. A single medical emergency can put a family here. A layoff, a divorce. The system isn't designed with a safety net for everyone. But the way out does exist, and it starts with one shift in thinking. Stop treating money as something that happens to you, and start treating it as something you control. Even $25 a week into a savings account begins to break the cycle. Now, let's move up to a net worth between $1 and $50,000. This is where roughly 30% of American households sit. At this level, you've got some breathing room, but not much. You probably have a car that's mostly paid off, maybe a small emergency fund, a modest 401k you started at work. You can handle a flat tire, but a $5,000 emergency is still a crisis. Life at this stage feels like you're always almost okay. You're working full-time, maybe overtime, and you're not drowning, but you're not swimming either. Vacations are rare. Dining out is a treat, not a habit. And retirement feels like something that happens to other people. But here's the key. This is the launch pad. This is where small, boring, consistent habits start to create separation. Automating $200 a month into an index fund, paying off that last credit card, saying no to a car payment you don't need. These moves feel invisible in the moment, but they compound into something powerful over 5 to 10 years. Now things start to shift at the $50,000 to $200,000 range. This is close to the national median. Median household net worth in America sits right around $192,000. If you're here, you're doing better than roughly half the country. At this level, you probably own a home, or you're getting close. You've got a 401k with a decent balance, maybe a Roth IRA. You can handle most emergencies without going into debt. You take a vacation once a year. Your kids might be in activities. Life is more stable. The anxiety isn't gone, but it's quieter. The trap at this level is comfort. You earn enough to feel okay, but not enough to feel free. And that comfort can keep you stuck for decades if you let it. The people who break out of this bracket are the ones who start thinking about their money differently. They stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Will this make me wealthier 5 years from now?" Let's move up again. $200,000 to $500,000. Now you're in the top 30% of American households. This is upper middle territory. Life looks different here. You're probably earning $100,000 to $180,000 combined household income. You own your home. You've got equity. Your retirement accounts are growing. You might have a brokerage account on the side. At this level, you're starting to feel a little bit of freedom. You can take 2 vacations a year without guilt. You can upgrade your car without panic. Your kids can do the travel sports team. You can say yes to dinner on a Tuesday night. But here's what's interesting. A lot of people at this level still feel broke. Studies show that roughly 36% of households earning over $100,000 still report living paycheck to paycheck. The reason? Lifestyle inflation. The bigger paycheck comes in, and the spending expands to match it. New house, new car, private school. The people who win at this level are the ones who keep their expenses 2 levels below their income and invest the gap aggressively. Now let's cross into the $500,000 to $1 million range. Here you are in the top 20% of all households. About 18% of American households are now millionaires, so you're right at the door. At this stage, your money starts working alongside you. You're earning income from your job, but your investments are generating real returns. You might have $400,000 in retirement accounts, $150,000 in home equity, and a growing taxable brokerage account. Life here is solid. You're not worried about bills. You can handle a $10,000 emergency without flinching. You're starting to think about things like early retirement, real estate investing, or starting a side business. The future doesn't feel like a threat anymore. It starts to feel like a canvas. At this level, protection matters as much as growth. You need proper insurance, an estate plan, and a clear investment strategy. Too many people in this range lose wealth because they get careless. They chase risky investments, co-sign loans, or let taxes eat into their gains. The goal here is to protect the machine you've already built. Now let's talk about the $1 million to $5 million range. Welcome to the top 18% and beyond. At this level, financial stress is mostly gone. You've got options. You can choose where to live, how to spend your time, and whether to keep working. That's the real definition of wealth. People in this range typically own their home outright or carry very manageable debt. Their investment portfolio generates $40,000 to $150,000 or more per year in passive income. They can travel multiple times a year. They can help their kids with college or a first home. They have a financial advisor and a tax strategy, not just a tax preparer. But here's what surprises people. At this level, many millionaires still drive normal cars, live in normal neighborhoods, and shop at Costco. The flashy millionaire is usually the one heading back toward $0. Real wealth at this stage is quiet. It's boring, and it's built on decades of discipline, not one lucky break. Next up, $5 million to $10 million. Now we're in the top 3% of American households. This is where life changes dramatically. At $5 million, using a safe 4% withdrawal rate, you're pulling $200,000 a year without touching the principal. That's more than most Americans earn at their jobs. And you don't have to set an alarm clock to get it. People at this level often have diversified portfolios across real estate, stocks, bonds, and private investments. They have accountants, attorneys, wealth managers. They fly business class. They own vacation homes. Their kids go to top-tier schools. They donate to causes that matter to them and get tax benefits for doing it. And now we reach the top. $10 million and beyond. You're in the top 1.6% of all American households. Over 900,000 people in the U.S. have a net worth above $10 million, and roughly 10,600 Americans are worth over $100 million. At this level, Money isn't something you think about. It's infrastructure. It runs in the background like electricity. People in this range own businesses, real estate portfolios, and diversified assets across the globe. They have family offices managing their wealth. They fly private, not to show off, but because their time is worth more than the ticket. They sit on boards. They fund startups. They shape policy. But here's the part nobody tells you. Happiness research shows that emotional well-being stops increasing meaningfully after about $500,000 in annual income. The jump from $0 to $100,000 in net worth changes your life more than the jump from $10 million to $50 million. The early levels are where the transformation happens. So, here's the real takeaway. It doesn't matter which level you're at right now. What matters is the direction you're moving. Every single wealth level in America was reached by people who started with less. The gap between where you are and where you want to be gets closed by three things: knowledge, consistency, and time. If this video opened your eyes to where you stand and where you could be, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.